Hey Chris, good morning. I know you're traveling, and here's some thoughts about what to do in that follow up sequence. So you've got several emails now, and those emails maybe for a different conversation. But what I want to do is I want to help you understand how to take that audience that you have that's coming through for traffic, and they're making it through the webinar. And some of them are signing up but not coming. Some of them are signing up but not watching all the way through. And then of course some of them are watching all the way through but they're not committing. And so what you need and what I think the sequence needs to do for you is you need to segment those three guys, those three different types, and send them to an ask question because you need a little bit more information about what's happening there. I saw earlier this morning in ClickFunnels that you posted a gap between like 18 and 21 or something, that maybe they don't have the money to spend or whatever, and that you're changing some of the audience to do that. So here are my thoughts. So the first video is for those that that they sign up, but then they just don't show up at all, right? So the first video is, and I keep looking over there because that's where I wrote my notes on the whiteboard here. So the first video is they sign up, but they don't actually show up to the webinar. So those guys just never even get to hear your pitch. So you send them an email with subject line that says, "I made a video for you," and inside that video it says something like, "Hey, I know that you signed up for my webinar where I'm talking about launching your music career, and I just need to know, like, what is your number one question about launching your successful music career? Leave a comment below," right? And so then that allows you to sort of do a modified ask campaign, and you're going to be able to get some feedback from the people who at least found something interesting in your ad and wanted to sign up, and then they can tell you a little bit more clearly in their own words what their number one question is. So you've already targeted them with your ads, you've already got ad copy that pulls them in, and they've already signed up. So they've made several commitments to get to you, and so those people are good people to ask questions to get their direct feedback, so you can get a better idea of their beliefs and their concerns and all that kind of stuff. That'll help you improve your ad copy possibly, and also help you improve your pitch, because you get their own words for it. So that's one video right there to that group. You subject line, "I made you a video," and what's your number one question you fill out. You could do a Google Doc form embedded in the HTML of the page of a ClickFunnels page. So there's plenty of ways you can actually do that, and we can talk about that if you need to. The second video is going to be for those that come in, but they don't actually stay to the end. They don't see your pitch, so they actually sign up, they show up, but then they leave early. And so for those guys, you're going to send them an email. Specifically those guys, you send them an email that says something like, "Hey, I know you came to the webinar. I know you were super stoked about hearing what I have to say, and I just want to know what it is that that your goals are right now in your music career. Just get an idea of what you're about and where you're trying to take your music career. And honestly, like, I would be crazy to not share this message that I know is helping folks. And I want to know, like, where you are in your journey and what you saw in my webinar, what helped you, and what it is that you still have questions about, and maybe even what held you back from sticking around in the webinar. Where did I lose you? Let me know, man. I really appreciate what you're doing. Us musicians, we're going to take on the world. We're going to do great things, and I know you're going to do great things too. Help me understand a little bit more about what your goals are today, where you are in the journey, and leave me a message below." So that really sort of amps up who you are, that you care about them, and that you could probably push the fact that you're a mentor, not just that you want them as a client, all that kind of stuff. Again, what you're looking for is you're trying to create some engagement, and you're trying to understand, why did these people make it to the video, listen to your webinar, and then bail early before they ever got to the pitch. You lost them somewhere. So this simple video is really about reconnecting with them, re-engaging them, and getting them to give you some feedback in their own words. So video 3 is they stayed to the end, but they did not buy. So these are the guys that you're obviously keeping, and they're not purchasing for whatever reason. And so really, I think this video is really simple and straightforward. It's a video. You re-engage them with an email. "I made this video for you." And then it comes back to a page, and they're leaving a comment. So that's the same process. But basically, you're going to say, like, I think the message is something along the lines of, like, man, I've been at this thing for a long time. It's taken me a long time to get to any level of success. They don't teach this stuff in school. There's not a lot of mentors out there helping out, and I'm super passionate about making a difference. And I just want to know, like, where you are right now, and really what is it that's preventing you, do you think, from really launching your career? So at this point, you want to play on the fact that they made it all the way through, so they've heard your entire pitch. They've heard your pitch about the black book. They've heard your pitch about the black box. They know all your connections, all that kind of stuff. So here's where you're going to be able to amplify that. So you're going to be like, man, I've done Kickstarters. I've done, like you saw, the USB keys. I've gone from hip hop to rock, and I've done a little both, and and I've struggled with who I'm talking to. I've written a book. I've done all these things, but I'm just not that special, man. Like I'm just like you guys, except I'm a fighter, and I think you're a fighter too. So like, we're all afraid. We all have things that are holding us back, and I just really want to know what your thoughts are right now. Like, hit me up with where you are. Like, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just really want to understand, because man, I was where you are. Wherever you are, man, I have been there, and nobody asked me like I'm asking you now. So just, where you at? Why? What's the number one thing holding you from getting started? And let me know, dude. I really would have appreciated if somebody would have asked me like I'm asking you. So that's it. Just leave me a comment. So sorry for all the role playing, but I wanted to kind of put it in context. So those are the 3 videos: the guys who signed up but didn't show up, the guys that signed up and didn't stay to the end. And then the third one is the guys that stayed all the way to the end. And so you're just going to have 3 videos for each one of those. Subject line for all of them is probably going to be the same. I made this video for you, and I got a question for you, or whatever. They're all going to come to a page with your video embedded and a form, just an open box with maybe their name, email, and comment. And they don't even have to include their name and email, because really what you're doing is you're just trying to source information. But if they will give you the name and email, then of course you can retarget them with additional follow-up. So you want to keep it simple, but you also want to keep it very personal. It needs to be one video for each one of those. I don't think you want to try to do one video for all 3 types. And this is just another touch point to create engagement. And anything that they tell you should help you with your ads and getting the right people in. They should help you refine your webinar, and they should help you see what's holding them back. Because right now, Chris, what you're trying to learn is, what are the blockers preventing people from moving forward with me and buying from me in my course? What do I need to target? What do I need to say? What are their false beliefs, etc.? So you're really looking for anything that will help them express to you where they are in their journey, because you might need to speak to those journey items. You may not be talking enough about startup, or you might not be talking enough about mature musicians who have tried a lot of the things you're talking about. Who knows, right? So you need to find out what it is that they're thinking. These 3 videos I think will help, and you'll add that to the sequence. And that is my advice there. Those videos should be short. I don't think they're longer than maybe a minute and a half. And if they can be even shorter, that's great. But you want to amplify who you are, that you care about them, and that you're trying to understand and learn and be a part of this with them. So there you go. I hope that helps you, man. I love what you're doing. Keep your chin up. You're doing amazing things, dude. I'm proud of you. Your persistence, your tenacity, the love of your family and these other musicians is super awesome, dude. Just mad respect for what you're doing in the middle of traveling and all that stuff. So I hope you're getting rested, and I just want to lift you up, man. You are doing amazing things. Do not give up. You're a fighter, and I'm glad to be in your corner with you. Talk to you later.